Hi everyone, so today we are talking about yellow Christmas cactus. We're going to pot some up. I have managed to find a few around town to put in arrangement. Yellow Christmas cactus are very hard to find. And then I have some new fertilizer recommendations for you for after the plants are done blooming. I have 3 Christmas cactus here. These are all yellow. You wouldn't know it looking at them initially when they're in bloom. You can see here there's more of a pink tinge to them, maybe even a peach tone to them. And the buds all look like a pink or a rose color. But when the flower opens, it turns to a stately yellow like this. And you can't appreciate how beautiful these are until you see them up close like this. And it's just amazing, the color. This is the hardest Christmas cactus to find in my experience, but it's also one of the most beautiful, and I think it's a collector cactus, to be honest. So I got 3 of these after hunting all over town, checking every grocery store. I found a few at a greenhouse and one at a grocery store. I checked the big box stores. They did not have these. All they had was pinks and reds. And it's super hard to find, you guys. So if you find one, grab it because it will reward you with gorgeous blooms all season long. And you can see how pretty it is, even when it's just in bud. You can see the glorious colors in it. It is really striking. We're going to pot this plant up into this terracotta pot. It's quite a large pot. The base does not match, but that's okay. This plant will love it because it will breathe. As well as I gave in and bought some cactus soil. This is Miracle Grow's cactus palm and succulent soil potting mix because it's fast draining formula. And that's what the package even says. If you don't have fast draining soil, you can also use seedling mix. I've used it for Christmas cactuses many times and it works really well. So we're gonna pot these up in here and then I'm gonna talk to you about how we care for these cactuses after they're done blooming, because I have some new tips for you that I haven't shared with you in other videos. First thing we're going to do is we are going to add a couple tablespoons of coffee grounds to the soil. So this is the cactus soil. It's already been pre-treated. So when I say pre-treating, what I did is I took the soil and I added boiling water to it, mixed it up really good to kill any gnats or larvae in it. The other thing you can do is bake your soil. You can throw it on a sheet, a cookie sheet in the oven, and you can go ahead and put it on parchment paper, bake it at 350 to 425 until it's good and hot, and then bring it out and let it cool. Now we're adding the coffee grounds to the soil to give some acid to the plant that it needs. You can also take a couple teaspoons or tablespoons and mix it in a water can and feed the plant. Now I want to add a reminder here that you want to feed your plants from the bottom, not from the top. So you want to put your mix in a container and then put the pot in that container and let it absorb from the bottom of it so that you don't get a bunch of gnats in the soil, because any larvae in that soil, if it's not killed, it will come out when you water. So that is the key. So we're going to put some soil in the bottom of this container to about 1 inch high, and then we're going to put all 3 plants in it. And this should look really good. I like a nice full arrangement, so I specifically hunted for these cactus to do this with so I could have a great big arrangement of these beautiful yellow flowers. And it can grow and become a large plant for many years from there. That was my goal with this, and because I'm in love with the yellow, I figured the more the merrier for plants. So I'm just going to add those plants in, and you can see I'm just trying to decide how to space them out so they look good. I'm also going to loosen up the root ball a bit, and this is to allow, like we do outside with plants in the garden, to allow the roots to spread out and start taking over the pot, and that will allow for the plants to grow. They're very compacted, as you can see here, from being in those little tiny pots at the growers. So we're just going to loosen them up and then we'll respace them out here in the pot to make sure that they look good. This is all about making things look good and getting them started on the right path to grow. And this won't impact the blooms at all. You just got to handle them very carefully so you don't knock the buds off, because it's easy to knock buds off with Christmas cactus. You touch them the wrong way or they rub up against something and they will fall off. They're very fragile, to be honest. So now I'm just going to backfill with the cactus soil that has the coffee grounds in it all around the plant and pack it in really good. And you want to make sure that you get soil all around, and when you do more than one plant, you want to make sure you get soil in the center between the plants and push it down good to help those roots stabilize. Now these plants are good and wet because I did treat the roots for bugs, because I seen some gnats come out of them at the store, and I seen also a gnat come out when I got it home, and some little tiny spiders came out of the bottom of the root ball. So I did treat them with Safer's insecticidal soap, and I will show you how I did that. And that is some of the measures I take to try to prevent infestations of gnats. So between boiling water or baking your soil and then treating with Safer's insecticidal soap or peroxide, you can use that with water. Or you can just use a touch of dish soap, like a teaspoon of dish soap in a gallon of water, and put that on and spray it on the root ball to kill it. You could do that too. The only thing is that you gotta be careful with putting too much water on the root ball, because cactus don't like it, right? They like to be dry, so be very careful with that. So you wanna apply that very sparingly. So I'm just gonna finish patting this in and pushing these plants down, making sure I get all the dirt in there that it needs and that they're firmly in place. And I think it's already starting to look really, really nice. These are gorgeous plants. And every year I go out and I hunt for Christmas cactus, because a lot of times I will take these plants, pot them up, and then somebody comes and they like the plant, so I give it to them. Last time I potted up plants from that last video I did with all those Christmas cactus, my father-in-law came for supper and he fell in love with the plants, and so I gave him one to take home. And I had, more than one plant in a pot, because I like to put the plants together. I also like to mix them together, different colors too. It looks really pretty at Christmas. So that's what happens to my Christmas cactus. So every year I am buying some. Plus they make great gifts, and I have friends who also love Christmas cactus that I like to give them to them. You can also start Christmas cactus in water. Take a root cutting, take a leaf cutting from it, and put that in a clear glass of water, and make sure you tape it across the top so the leaves aren't totally in the water. And do that for 8 to 12 weeks, and you can get new plants too to start. But everybody likes the big plants, so I tend to give them away, which is just the way it goes with gardening. If somebody asks me they want something like that, I will usually give it to them. Because I can always find more. So I'm just tapping this in place and making sure it's firmly in the middle and all the way around. They're making good contact with the soil, and that everything is looking good. Here are the two products I use to treat my plants. I use diatomaceous earth to put on the top of the soil, and you can work it in a bit to kill any gnats from laying eggs there. And I use Safer's insecticidal soap as well. And I will spray the root balls of new plants that come in with this, the top, and take them out of the pot and spray the root ball to kill any insects in it. I have found that I will find gnats actually deep inside the dirt of the root ball of new plants. So using these products work. You can also use mosquito bits, which a lot of people use. They'll take one of the dunk tablets, and they'll break them into parts, put them into water, and then pour it on the plant. But since I tend to feed my plants from the bottom, I prefer to use these products. And I'll show you how I use the diatomaceous earth. I use this product out in the garden as well. So I basically just come up to the plant and I spray it on the surface of the plant all the way around. And then it kills anything that might be in the plant that I missed and lands on the soil and tries to lay eggs. It will kill it, so they won't lay the eggs there. And then you could use your sticky tape as well. Gnats drive me nuts, I'll be honest, because I hate them when they fly around the house. And sometimes they will come in the house from outside too, from plants outside. So sometimes you need to treat your plants multiple times. But putting this on the soil works really, really well and keeps the plant healthy. Now I want to talk to you about fertilizing your Christmas cactus. So the first thing is, when your Christmas cactus, like this one, is in bloom, you don't need to fertilize it. You just water it from the bottom, sit it in a plate of water for 15 to 20 minutes to water it, let it absorb the water, let it dry out completely, and do it again. So really, Christmas cactus probably only need to be watered about once a month or once every 6 weeks. So there are 3 methods that I use to fertilize my Christmas cactus. And it really varies. It depends what I have in the house for supplies, but there are options for you too. So the first thing is to use a fertilizer that's a 10-10-10 or a 20-20-20, and I would use this once a month. Add a drop to your watering can, because it is a beaker like this. Fill up the syringe like this and add a drop to a gallon of water. And I just use a little watering can and fill it up. The second source for fertilizing your plants, of course, is coffee grounds. Not only can you mix them in the soil, but you can add like 2 teaspoons to a gallon of water, like my watering can, and then fertilize your plant with that. So you would just scoop that in there. But one of the best fertilizers, I mean, those are good, but one of the best fertilizers that I like to use is Epsom salts. I got this big jug of Epsom salts here. So we're gonna open this. So you're going to take 1 teaspoon of the Epsom salts and you're going to put it in your watering can. Because this isn't a gallon, it'd be 2 teaspoons per gallon, and this is about half a gallon. So I'm just going to take 1 good teaspoon, put it in the water, mix it around good, let it dissolve. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to take my Christmas cactus, and this is how I water my Christmas cactus and fertilize it. I'm going to take it and I'm going to pick it out of the container, and make sure you got a good hole on the bottom or multiple holes. Put it in your container, and I'm going to pour the water in to about 1/2 inch high. And I'm going to let it sit there for 15 to 20 minutes and absorb the water with the Epsom salts or the Christmas cactus fertilizer or the coffee grounds for about 15-20 minutes into the roots. Because what happens is, if you don't fertilize your Christmas cactuses, they will take all the nutrients out of the soil that you provided them, and then when there's no nutrients left, the plant will starve. And then you will start seeing issues with your foliage and it will die. So what I would recommend is using your Christmas cactus fertilizer, coffee grounds, and Epsom salts. I would use all 3 and vary them every month to make sure the plant gets the nutrients it needs. And you want to start fertilizing your Christmas cactus when it's done blooming. So this is the perfect state right now. This one has no blooms on it because we want to get the active growth going. So usually when you buy Christmas cactus, you buy them in time for Christmas. They bloom usually, up to Christmas, maybe a little bit after. Once they're done blooming, then start fertilizing your plants from spring till the end of summer. And then once you hit around the August time frame, stop fertilizing your plant. Start giving it 12 hours of darkness a day, and you will start seeing buds develop in time for Christmas. Now, these plants are notorious for also blooming at other times of the year too, a few buds, but you definitely, if you go this route, you want to aim for your buds at Christmas. So those are the keys to get this plant to grow and have phenomenal growth, because you're giving them the magnesium they need. So Epsom salt is a source of magnesium sulfate for the plant. So that is what the plant needs to have vigorous growth. The acid in the soil will also give it some nutrients from the coffee grounds that it needs, because they're acid-loving plants. And the Christmas cactus fertilizer also will give them the magnesium and some of the vitamins and minerals they need to bloom. If we look at the menu here, we can see that there's a lot of nitrogen in here. There's soluble potash in here. There's phosphates in here. There's magnesium and zinc. So there's a lot of nutrients in these, and it only takes a drop to feed your plant. So that is my recommendation for how to feed your plants. Thank you everyone for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have a lot of people watching my videos, but very few are subscribing, so I'd appreciate that. It helps to keep the content coming, and I hope you find these tips useful. Bye everyone, and take care.